Hey, 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 it's Fat Albert.
And we're gonna sing a song for you.
Not really. But, so, we just left Blade Runner 2049. My second viewing, I saw it the Friday it came out. Jacob saw it too, and to establish precedent, I love the original Blade Runner, one of my favorite movies. In my opinion, pretty much a perfect movie. Pacing issues, but it's one of those movies where its flaws just kind of all play to its benefit somehow. It works. So I wasn't really looking forward to this movie other than the fact that it had Denis Villeneuve attached to it, who's one of my favorite working directors right now. And I love the cast, so I was like, all right, I'm probably going to like this. I don't know if I want a sequel to Blade Runner, and I don't know if it's going to be good. I mean, it'll be pretty, but I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Jacob has not even seen the original Blade Runner, but I told him that you do not need to know everything that happened, just a couple of details as to the world. And so, I would like to declare, it's the best fucking movie! Ah!
2049 out of 10.
2049 out of 10. I fucking completely agree. There's just, man, everything you've heard about this movie is completely true. Like, everyone loves it. Everyone's saying it's one of the best sequels ever made, one of the best movies ever made, and I kind of agree with all of them, because, damn.
There's, like, nothing else for us to add.
But yeah, there's nothing, because, okay, first of all, the trailers do a great job at not telling you anything. They don't even tell you that Ryan Gosling is a, no spoilers. We don't want to spoil anything because this is the kind of movie you want to go in completely blind. The trailers do not ruin anything other than who is in the movie. And, they kind of put Harrison Ford there, but he's not in the movie that much.
Oh, yeah, the trailers make Harrison Ford out to be he's the main character, but he's
No. Ryan Gosling's the main character.
The second main character, and he's barely in the movie.
But he's still in there more than Jared Leto, ironically enough. Which, thank God. Which is not to say anything against Mr. Leto. He's a great actor in doses, but this movie was like, we're going to use him in 3 scenes. And I was like, that is the perfect amount.
You lied to me. Before the movie started, you said 2 scenes.
Was there 2 or 3? Because there was the one at the beginning where the first replicant, or the replicant gets born, and then at the very end when
with Harrison
Deckard...
Ford.
No, yeah, that's 2 scenes. Never mind. But still, let's talk about the technical things, because that's not spoiling anything. Roger Deakins had better win that goddamn Oscar this time. He's had 13 nominations. If this doesn't get nominated, that people are fucking blind, first of all. Secondly, Jesus Christ, it was beautiful.
Best director.
Best direct, if you thought Arrival was good science fiction last year, that that was Denis Villeneuve's last movie, and I was just like, damn, he's really just not going to be able to top this, is he? And then he did! And I love Arrival, I love Prisoners, I love Sicario. I haven't seen his first 2 movies, but Lord fucking knows I'm going to soon. Just everything about that movie, every single character, every line of dialogue.
I want to fuck this movie.
I do too! And Anna Darmos. Hit me up. And it's such good science fiction. Such good actual science
There's
fiction.
There's something I want to talk about, but I don't know if I should because it might be spoilers, but...
Well, go into it and I'll stop you if I think it's spoilery.
The sex scene?
Oh, no. This movie probably has the most interesting, beautiful, and intimate sex scene I've ever seen. Just everything about this movie has so many things in it where, every scene could be, its own short film. It's amazing. It's incredible. And go fucking see it. It's not doing well in the American box office, and you should be ashamed of yourself for not seeing it. Is
it just me, or does the lighting that we're shooting make it look eerily similar to the movie?
Yeah, it's got, the cloud thing behind it. That's great. And just, oh, God, I've needed it. After the Ghost in the Shell live-action version this year...
And the upcoming Fullmetal Alchemist live-action.
Well, that's not based... I'm talking about cyberpunk movies. Fucking Ghost in the Shell, the Scarlett Johansson one was, pretty and stuff in some parts, but it was, the most 5 out of 10 movie ever. It was so rote and watered down and boring.
So it's another Jurassic World.
Yeah, but even then, Jurassic World was still a little bit more functional as a film. Ghost in the Shell is just like, I'm fucking bored. And look, people say this movie is long, and some people, if any critique is being leveled at the movie, it's that it's too long. And I can kind of understand that, but I don't agree. I don't think there's a single thing from that movie that should have been cut. Every scene's important.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you just say it's too long and ended it there, you're just white noise. You have to say why it's too long. Is a scene drag, or there's like filler? Or?
Is Return of the King too long? No. Explain why. Because everything is relevant and important. It's still a long movie, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Although it could not fade to black every 25 endings.
That would be nice. And just the editing in this movie also. There's some transition.
Is that where Spider-Man 3 got its inspiration from, Return of the King?
Maybe. But the editing in this movie is like seamless. It is beautiful. There are some scene transitions that I would call downright brilliant. And if you can make me appreciate something as small as a scene transition in your movie, then you have fucking done something incredible.
See it. In the past, we had George Lucas giving us wipe transitions.
And just the way this movie uses light and lighting in general, it's like, that's one of my pet peeves.
Citizen Kane levels of good.
Like, the lighting in Citizen Kane is also a thing we were talking about earlier. But the thing is that I am so tired of seeing movies that are more boringly lit. Like, after I got into film school, I feel like my film snobbery increased by 25 points. But it just bugs me when movies are all lit like Judd Apatow comedies. It just really bugs me because it's such a small thing you can do to make your movie more visually interesting. And every single shot in this movie is so it's connective. It means something. It's such good filmmaking, and there's so much of it.
And the music.
Fucking
sound design.
Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wallfish, who also did the music for it. Fucking great ass job. Best soundtrack I have heard best original soundtrack, or best film score this year. Best soundtrack's Baby Driver, and Guardians 2. But original film score, this is as good as the originals, and the original is like one of my favorites, if not my favorite film score of all time. And I actually would call this better than the original Blade Runner. It's more accessible, and
do we need a final and director cut 2049 too?
No, because Ridley Scott is just a crazy person and just has somebody like, I don't feel like...
Wait, Ridley Scott made the first Blade Runner?
Yeah. It's my favorite movie of his, up there with Alien. And I don't know, man. It's beautiful. I cried both times I saw it. I mean, I wept the first time, but by the end, I was just like...
See, I'm too dead inside to cry, no matter how emotionally invested I get.
And I'm bipolar, so I have no choice but to cry.
I mean, I think the two exceptions that actually made me cry was Toy Story 3 and The Walking Dead Season 1.
Yeah, those both definitely got me. Like, if you don't cry at Toy Story 3, like, at least a little, even if you don't get a little weepy, it's like, I think you might be a sociopath. And yeah, I know who you're thinking of.
Well, we already know he's a sociopath.
That's true. Anywho, fucking go. We're doing a double feature tonight, and it's gonna be the video on it is gonna be way more interesting just because we can talk about more. Because I don't feel bad about spoiling a plot to a book that came out in like 1991. Like, I don't, not 1991. When the fuck did it come out? The miniseries was 90.
Get ready for our upcoming review of child gang rape.
That doesn't happen in the movie. Sorry. Yeah, it's great. Go see it. Bye. 10 out of 10.